Why, hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, the People's Dwarf, ready and keen to go for another session of Trivs at Home. Now, let me just confirm that everything is up and running and great. We got a new setup, a new layout, guys. Check this out. I'm no longer the massive thing on the screen anymore. I've given myself a little corner, delegated myself below. And, oh, hang on, any chance you could put the Trivs at Home link in the comments? Of course, yes, I can definitely do that and put that in the comments for you. So I can definitely get that over. So the triviarat.com/Trivs at Home link should be posted to the channels for you there, Rock Ultra. Thank you for asking that and confirming. There you go, mate. It should be in the link now. Let me know if that's A-okay that you can click on it. But yeah, guys, this is a new layout. We've got the chat window above my head now. So now everything's all on the trivia stream. We've got scrolly text to explain what the trivia theme is for today, which will change all the time. The sign up and play option just down here for the trivia right at home. So when anyone comes in, it's all there ready to go. Yeah, the seat's good too. I've got my pillow behind me as well. I've actually changed. I'm doing this. I'm trialing it tonight. I'm actually trialing it. I'm using just my laptop. I don't have a second screen this time. I have changed positions. I am back at my desk, and I figured that I'm going to try this out with this new layout setup because realistically the second screen that I was using was just going to be for the chat window anyway. So now that I've incorporated that into this stream itself, I'm still looking good down here in the corner. I've still got all the trivia information and stuff, a few little added scrolly text in that as well, which is great. So that's all good as well. I don't think I need the second screen for now, which is good. So, and I've added, yeah, it's a little bit of a different layout. Hopefully it is smooth and good for the rest of you. But again, welcome to everyone who's here on all the platforms that I'm streaming to, which is Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for coming. Feel free to use the chat comment section for some engagement if you want to, or if you don't want to do that and you just want to watch and play along, that's totally fine as well. You can lurk, you can hang around, you can just watch, listen, have me on in the background, whatever you feel like doing. But if you want to play along, I suggest you get on over to the triviarat.com website. /Trivs at Home is the room code, and then you can sign up there and actually play. So I've got, the different setup. It's a little bit more exciting, a little bit easier for everything. Makes my managing a little easier. I'm literally on like a half-size desk of what I used to have set up. Like, I think I shared my photo maybe a couple of months back of the layout we used to do, and it was a lot. But I've pretty much downsized. I've still got my drink. The desk is actually at a more comfortable height. The wall unit that I had at the original setup, I couldn't get my seat under it, so my feet wouldn't go under it. Whereas this in my desk, I can come nice and close, which is great. So yeah, and then I've just got my little background here. I haven't got the lights on tonight. I didn't figure that out yet, so that's fine. We're just using the normal light behind me, which is great, and also because it's not coming up the whole screen like usual. Those lights were there to give a little bit of distraction while we were doing the trivia as well. But it's been an exciting week, guys. I have got back into training. I am day 5 of 5. That's right, 5 days in a row of training with no break, and I am enjoying it. I had a couple of weeks off, and now I'm back into it, and I am feeling good and revved up and ready to go. And I'm glad all my people are here. Rock Ultra and New Music Inferno, he's back over on Twitch as well. Feel free to comment, let me know where you are, and if you're here, guys, if you want a shout out, I can give you a shout out. Or if you want to give a shout out to someone, I can shout out to them and say, hey, such and such's sister or brother or friend or whatever you like. I can totally do that as well. Why not? We're here to have a bit of fun. We usually get things started at about 7:10, so we do a little bit of an intro of how things work. But for those who have never played before, I've got a new rule set up. Look at this. It comes over like that, and that's what the screen is for there, for the how to play. It gives me a little bit more option to expand on the text area as well, so I can include a little bit more information, explain it a little bit better. So that's what we've done with this space. So hopefully it goes along smoothly. For at least tonight's one, everything's set up nicely. For tomorrow nights, it should be the same, roughly. It's just usually question length and that kind of stuff, fitting it in the screen and all the rest of it. But yeah, I'm excited to have this up there. So we've still got the Trivs at Home logo in the corner, the little PayPal link, and the Venmo. If you want to throw a tip my way, that's always welcome as well. It's totally optional. We do this anyway, but hey, if you want to throw my way, that would be super rad sauce. But yeah, welcome to everyone who's tuning in to this. It's great to see everybody here. We're currently on, alright, just looking at all the different stream windows, making sure everything's a-okay. Alright. So just scrolling through on one of the chat. And yes, it is a great seat as well. Sorry, I know you did say that already, but yes, good to see everybody here. Thanks for tuning in and being here. I hope everyone's enjoying themselves. I can probably close down that one, which is great, and just leave these ones up. So nice and easy. But yeah, so the way it works is like this. We encourage team or solo play, regardless of where you are. This is pretty much called Trivs at Home, to play trivia at home. Or you can play it wherever, really. If you just, as long as you have an internet connection and can see this, then that's perfect. So team or solo play, you can play solo or grab a friend, family member, acquaintance, work buddy. Maybe if you're at a pub or something, you can do a social distance team. If you don't know the people, and that way you can like do it from a distance, or maybe Chromecast it onto a TV or something like that. Get the pub owner or the guy behind the bar and be like, "Oi, this really cool dude's going to be throwing some trivia up. You want to entertain your guests? Boom, you're welcome. Thank you very much." But yes, so we're going to be doing 4 rounds of trivia, which includes a multiple choice and a picture round. So it's not just your standard text questions. There will be multiple choice and picture rounds as well included. 10 questions each round and 1 point per correct answer. You don't lose any points for any incorrect answers, so by all means have a guess. We highly encourage guessing, guys, because you never know, you might get lucky and actually get some points by guessing. There will be breaks between each round, so you can stock up on drinks or food or snacks, use the restroom. I've got my drink here tonight. It is a coffee with a hint of peanut butter whiskey. Why? Well, I guess that's called an Irish coffee, isn't it? I think that's called an Irish coffee. But it's peanut butter whiskey. I thought we'd see how it would go. I'm going to try it. Oh, it actually tastes really good. And hello, Julie, over there on Facebook land. Welcome. There we go. Do you like the new layout? You're a regular. This new layout is completely different. We now have the chat window on screen so everyone can engage and see each other in the chats. I can keep it all consistent in the one window now, which is great. I'm down here in the corner, so I'm still featured, of course. You can all hear me and see me. And then we've got the layout of everything. We've got some scrolling text to keep you guys updated on where to go in to sign up and play, to know what the trivia theme is. And that's what we're doing here. But yeah, breaks between each round. Question repeats before each break as well. So once we get to the end of each round, there will be a section where I pop up the question repeats. And yes, very different, isn't it, Julie? I agree. It is very different. But I hope you get used to it. It'll take a little bit of getting used to, but this means I can do it all condensed, literally in the one screen. I'm at my desk now, instead of going up to the TV unit and stuff and having multiple screens. It's all condensed into this one little section. I'm going to be updating this and getting a new computer desk anyway, because this one's just an old one, but it works purely for this. Everything's really small and condensed. It's really good, it's really easy, it's convenient. But I will be upgrading eventually as well and getting some new desks and equipment and stuff like that, so that's going to be exciting. But yeah, so there we go. This is the exciting round. So, question repeats at the end at the end of each round, so before we go into each break, so that way if you miss any questions, don't stress. You'll be able to double check your answers before we go into our break. There's a bit of a time lag before my comment appears. Yeah, that's normally how it kind of works. They give it a bit of a lag. It takes probably about 10-15 seconds for the lag to pop up. So apologies about that, but that's just kind of how it is normally with streams. It's kind of good in the sense if you want to monitor the comments yourself, so that way you can actually look, make sure the comment's a-okay, and remove it if it's not before it gets up into the chat window. So that's pretty much what the lag is for. It's kind of like a security thing to make sure that it's all good, and before we get people like spamming the chat or doing anything that's not appropriate. But, or it's pretty much just internet connection. It's one or the other or both. I think it's kind of a little bit of both. But yes, don't stress. It's usually about 10-15 seconds anyway. It happened on the restream chat window anyway. I used to be commenting and doing the stream and someone would have a reference to something and it was for the question prior. So now you guys can just see what I see. You can literally get it like how I was getting it. So it's all up here. You can all see who's playing. You can even see where you're all viewing it from. You've got the different logos. So you've got the Facebook, you've got Twitch, Restream, which is me posting the link on there. There'll be Twitter on there if someone comments. There'll be YouTube if someone comments from YouTube. So that's always exciting too. But yes, and also, we've also got the no answers in the comments section just next to me here. Now, the way that works, yeah, no spoilers in the comments, guys. If it does happen, I've actually added a little sound effect like this. You're ready to see? Bam! No answers in the comments, guys. So if anything like that does happen, it's going to get a big red thing up there, so I can, 1, block the comments, and 2, remove it. But it's just a bit of a notification, so you guys all know how it looks. And how was my week? It was actually really good. My week was great. I did a lot of training, like I said, 5 times this week. Last night was actually from 11:45 because I was up all afternoon and evening yesterday doing this, and I forgot to train during the day, so I went, bugger it, I'm going to train at 11:45 at night at home, because our gym's still unopened here, well, at least in our section of LA County. But yeah, so 5 days of training and looking into, yeah, like I said, getting a new desk, getting some equipment and stuff, some upgrades, pretty much, I'm looking into getting. I worked on the weekend at my escape room job, which was very busy, so that was good. Yeah, just keeping consistent, trying to keep busy. And hopefully as well, I'll be doing these back-to-back streams as well as trying to get, I'm kind of excited with this new layout, and I'm getting motivated to try and implement this somehow with my PS4, but I don't know how this will work because this is through my laptop. So trying to get my PS4 in the same setup might be a little bit tricky to figure out. I may just have to use the PS camera. But I'm looking into getting my game streams up and going again. I had some friends that were streaming yesterday and today that I was watching and got me motivated. And both of them, or one of them almost got affiliate. The other one got affiliate just the other day. So it's kind of motivated me to get my streams up and keep it going so I can hit that status and, yeah, take it even further from there. But my week was good, Rock Ultra. How about you? How was your week, good sir? Did you have a good week? Is the weather been good? Did you work? Did you study? What did you get up to? Feel free to anyone if they want to let me know what they got up to this week. How was everyone's week? I just explained my week. How was your week? Remember, the theme today is music. It's all a music-themed based trivia. So it's all stuff in regards to music. The first round is going to be a hidden word round when we get into that. Actually, what I can do, I can throw up that screen now so you can see how the answer screen, the quiz screens are going to look for each round. So we throw it over there. My mic didn't mute itself, which is great, awesome. So there we have round 1, hidden word, and they're all going to be questions about lead singers. So there's a hidden word round, but it's all going to be about lead singers. So the way hidden word works is that it's pretty much the first letter of every answer from 1 to 9 is going to spell out a word. And that's going to be what question 10 is, asking you what the hidden word is. So questions 1 to 9 are going to be questions about lead singers. So hopefully you know your lead singers from different bands and whatnot, more different genres. That's what this trivia session is going to be about. Alright, so now I'm going to get my little timer up so we can keep track. Make sure we don't go overtime or anything like that. I'm going to go over to the trivia admin page as well. Make sure it's all on there, which is great. And also, guys, I've also added a new scene, well, they call it scenes for OBS, where I can cut across and show you guys the scoreboard. I can show you live scoreboard updates. So what I'll do, after the end of round 1, and I go through the answers and all the rest of it, and I'll mark them, I can actually bring the scores up on the screen. So you guys don't even have to have a look, or some of you don't have to look, or for those who aren't using Trivia and they're just playing anyway, you can compare to yourselves to the other teams that are actually using the Trivia website to play. So I'll be able to do that as well and keep you guys updated with scores, which is great. So again, just little extra features and things that I'm trying to make my stream a little bit more better. Came out of self-isolation on Thursday. Oh, awesome. Good stuff. That's right. You were self-isolating. So I'm glad it was all good. Back to studying on Friday, and today will be a nice relaxed day watching Star Wars. Are you doing like a binge? Or like are you doing just the old, like the original trilogy, or are you going to go to the newer trilogy, or the newer trilogy? Newer trilogy? There's three trilogies, right? There's like the original, then the ones when they came back, and then the ones that like Disney have done. So it's like Disney's trilogy, the ones for, I don't know, the 2000s trilogy, and then like the old school trilogy. Which ones are you going to start at? Or are you going to binge all 9 of them? And will you do them in story order or release order? That is the question. I still haven't seen the last of the recent Disney Star Warses. And I also haven't seen Rogue One, I don't think. I know it was on Netflix for ages, and I just never got around to actually watching it. But yes, that's alright. So, let's get on into it. I'm going to click on Game On over on the Trivia screen for those who have logged in, and you can log in at any time and register your team name, sign up, and then you can submit answers. It is all a-okay. So let's get into it. Question number 1: the lead singer of Soundgarden and Audioslave. Who is the lead singer of Soundgarden and Audioslave? The Star Wars spin-offs kind of ones on Disney Plus. Oh, okay. And start watching them from the beginning. Nice. Yeah, I know Mrs.'s sister here has Disney Plus, so we have access to it, but I've just never sat down and actually watched it. I know it was pretty much maybe The Mandalorian I was going to try and watch, and really not much else. I don't really care for much else at the moment for the Disney side of things. Not saying I don't love them, I just haven't been keen to be like, whoa, I really want to watch that right now, is what I mean. They have amazing things, but for the most part I've seen most of them, so I don't need to rewatch them. So yeah, I haven't gone over to the Disney Plus yet. Mind you, I haven't watched too much yet. I've been watching a bit of anime. Risa and she got ahead of me on ReZero. Don't know if you guys know that, if you're anime lovers in this chat or in this stream. But we are anime lovers as well. And she watched ReZero ahead of me, so she waited for me to catch up, and I did. And now we're going to start watching Season 2, maybe this weekend. We'll start on it. But yes, lead singer of Soundgarden and Audioslave. Question number 1 there. Number 2, the lead singer of Weezer. Lead singer of Weezer. Question number 2 here. Oh, that background music's a little high. Whoop. Sorry, let me turn that down a little bit. My apologies. Thank you for letting me know about that. When I was setting this all up, I went and had the music on for me, because I've got it just on for you guys, because if it plays on mine, then you're going to get feedback, because it'll be playing through me and then through my microphone as well as the app, which will just be confusing. But yeah, apologies about the music being too loud. Hopefully I've turned that down now, so it should be a-okay. But yeah, I did have it on while I was doing all the updates, because I was just jamming along to it. And I forgot to obviously turn down all the dials once we got everything up and running again. It is muted on my end, but I didn't realise that the dials were up. So thank you for informing me of that, and apologies for the loudness of the music. But yes, lead singer of Weezer here. Question number 2. Number 3, lead singer of Pearl Jam, who have a song that is named after me. That's right, they named it after me. It wasn't named similar to the same name as me, it was after me. It was totally about me. No, not really, I have no idea. I just remember, I'm pretty sure that's like the only song I know that's got my name in it. Do you guys have any songs out there that have your name in it? Like, is there a, well, I mean, rock, ultra, rock is a genre of music, so that's pretty common. But I mean, like, your actual first name, is there a song by a band? And do you actually like the song? Like, the song from Pearl Jam is actually a pretty good song, so I'm okay with that. Like, I wouldn't have liked a song named after me and it was just, I don't know, a horrible song. It'd be kind of weird. So if you guys have a song named after you, let me know if you know it and if it's any good. Question number 4, lead singer of Aerosmith. Lead singer of Aerosmith. Now, the way I do these hidden word questions, guys, in case you're wondering, and you're like, these seem a little bit random and weird. Well, maybe tricky. Well, that's possibly because what I do is I grab the 9-letter word in this case, and I pick one, and I go, sweet, that sounds like a great word to use. Now I need to come up with answers based around those letters. And I also limited myself based on making this about lead singers only, not just music. But I then also narrowed it down to lead singers. So it took a lot of research to find lead singers with the names, or starting with certain letters to make this word. So, again, some of them may be a little bit far-fetched, or a little bit trickier than others. But, yeah, apologies on that one. It was because I was limiting it down. So hopefully you still do alright. Well, at least you may get the hidden word. Secret, you don't need all the answers to actually get the hidden word. It's kind of like Wheel of Fortune. If you know enough letters, you'll get it. Question number 5, lead singer of The Pretenders. Lead singer of The Pretenders. Question number 5. Lead singer of The Pretenders. Halfway through the hidden word lead singers round for round 1. Remember, no answers in the comments. Sign up and play at trivia.com/trivs at home. Today's trivia theme is music. It's the layout we've got going on, which is pretty cool, pretty fun. Oh, there we go. As soon as I did it in Twitch, it came over to the chat straight away. Interesting. So sometimes it's a lag, depending on who it's from. Half point for first name. Yes, if you can give me the first names only, that is totally half point worthy. That is totally half point worthy, if you can give me first names only. Full names would be great. I mean, first names are going to be very beneficial to you, because if you get that, that's at least one letter for trying to figure out the hidden word. So that's obviously crucial as well. Number 6, lead singer of indie rock band Vampire Weekend. Now this one may be a tricky one. Or, unless you know them. If you're into your indie rock, boom, maybe you know them. Maybe it's like your favourite band. Maybe they have a song that's the same as your first name, or the first name of your family member, or friend, or something. I was thinking back today, well not today, the other day, 2 days ago, like, you know, you have songs that remind you of, like, certain things, times in your life, memories, and even people. Like, I've got so many songs in my life that I'll listen to on the radio or playlist or something, and it'll come on, and it'll immediately remind me of that person. Or, like, a situation with that person. Or, like, we were out doing something together, and that's what the song reminds me of. And I thought to myself, what are songs that people have that remind them of me? Like, I want to know what songs people, like, I'm related to in other people's minds. So I put it out there on Facebook, and a few people got back to me, which is pretty good. The songs were good. They were very, like, upbeat, fun songs. Most of them were about when I was in my clubbing days and would go dancing to nightclubs and stuff with my friends, or at concerts. So there was Disturbia by Rihanna, because we went to her concert, me and this amazing friend of mine, Jackstar. And, yeah, that song reminds her of me, because we absolutely lost our mind when we first went and saw her in concert, danced like crazy to it. And then there's also Show Me Love, which was my group's theme song. Anywhere we were, any nightclub, any sort of party, anything. If we were out and this song came on at any club, every single one of us would stop what we were doing. If we were, like, hitting on women or men, depending on which, you know, sex of the party or whatever you're into, or whatever we're doing, if we're in, like, the bathroom, lining up for a drink at the bar, whatever, everyone would just stop, meet in the middle, and we would all dance together, regardless of what we were doing, where we were, whatever. Everyone would run, meet together, and always dance to that song. That was Show Me Love by Mob and Master. Great song. Number 7, lead singer of the Pussycat Dolls. Lead singer of the Pussycat Dolls. This one's a little easier. Hopefully. A little more knowledge, a little more well-known. And then there was another one, Get Low by Flow Rider. Ironically, I don't think that was a pun by a friend of mine, but it was another song that her and I used to dance to at a nightclub. So again, all nightclub songs so far that I've got. So I'm not expecting, like, love songs, serenades, or anything like that, but it's kind of cool that it's upbeat, fun songs, at least, that remind people of me, which is cool. So maybe you guys should do that. Ask your friends and family what songs remind them of you. Like, find out what they are, and, like, maybe you'll be surprised. Maybe you'll be like, oh yeah, I can see that. Or you'll be like, wait, what? Why that song? Or something like that. Or maybe it's a favourite song and you're like, oh yeah, I see that. Number 8. From 1974 to 1985, who was the lead singer of Van Halen? From 1974 to 1985, the lead singer of Van Halen. Question number 8 for round 1's trivia theme. That's what we're doing here. Just playing around my little stream window and stuff over on my browser. That's all good. 2 questions to go, guys. 2 questions to go. Original lead singer of Black Sabbath. The original lead singer of Black Sabbath. Question number 9. And also on your break screen, when the break screen comes up, I'm still actually going to be on screen. I'm going to be muted, obviously, but it's so I can still see what everything's going on. So the question repeat's going to come up, cover the whole screen, and then it will come back, and the break screen will be pretty much where the questions are and all the rest of it. But I'll still be here, the chat will still be there, so that way I can still see what's going on if you guys want to communicate with me at all during the break. I will be muted, however. And then when we come back, you'll see that because the break screen part will disappear, and then I'll come back and you'll start hearing me again. Right? That's how it works. So you pretty much got me on almost 24/7, except it's, well, 75 to 90 minutes, however long this goes for. And number 10, what is the hidden word? As I mentioned at the start, first letter from each answer, 1 to 9. What is the hidden word? We've gone through all the questions now. We've hit the end. We've hit the peak of this round. So what is the hidden word for number 10? And remember, if you just get first names of those lead singers, that's totally fine. You'll still get half points for that. That is question number 10. Now remember, question repeats, if you need them, are going to come right up. They'll fill up the entire screen as per usual and previously. And then when we go back from the break screen, it's pretty much going to fill up where the question section is. And maybe the round section as well. Just telling you to enjoy your break. I'll still be here, but I'll be muted. So you'll just see me looking through stuff and clicking. It's just me marking all your answers. So it's just evidence that I am still doing stuff. Or if I get up and leave, it'll be because I'm getting a drink or using the restroom or something. But again, you'll know when we're about to come back. And also, it just means I can still see the chat and stuff directly above me. In case anything happens, I can get to you guys ASAP. Alright, question repeats coming right up. Oop, didn't put my phone on silent. There's someone's answers, it's all good. Alright, here we go, guys. Question repeats. We'll be right back. Alrighty guys, and look at that, we're back. See, how was that for the break screen? You got to see me actually working, you got to see me smirk and potentially see me laugh, not hear me laugh at potential answers. Some of you will put in quite hilarious joke answers in there, like, for the example, for the lead singers of The Pretenders, and someone said they're not real. Get it? Because they're pretending, because they're not real. So yes, I laughed at that, and some of them got half points as a result. So again, like I said, if you make me laugh in these answers, I give half points as a result. So job well done to that. Now, what we'll do, we'll go through the answers nice and quick for you, and then I can show you the scoreboard. That's right, a little extra feature that I've added just for this stream session, the way I do it like this. So, let's get into it and see how we go first. Now, question number 1 was lead singer of Soundgarden and Audio Slave. Well, that was Chris Cornell. Chris Cornell is the lead singer of those two bands. Number 2, the lead singer of Weezer is Rivers Cuomo. Cuomo? Rivers Cuomo. I think I pronounced that right. Rivers Cuomo. So if you have Rivers, at least you were fine with the R for the first letter. So there we go. Number 3, lead singer of Pearl Jam is Eddie Vedder. Eddie Vedder for number 3 there. Number 4, the lead singer of Aerosmith is Steven Tyler. Now somebody put the guy, I think it was this answer, the guy with the big mouth. You got half a point for that. You know what? Just because I laughed at that, so you're getting half a point. I'm feeling generous tonight because I'm liking the new setup. So if you're making me laugh and smile, then you're getting half points just for that too. So job well done. Question number 5 now. Lead singer of The Pretenders is Chrissy Hind. Chrissy Hind for number 5. Number 6, lead singer of indie rock band Vampire Weekend is Ezra Koenig. Ezra Koenig for number 6. Number 7, lead singer of the Pussycat Dolls is Nicole Scherzinger. Nicole Scherzinger, that's right, and then she went on and did some solo stuff after leaving them. Number 8, the 1974 to 1985 lead singer of Van Halen was David Lee Roth. David Lee Roth was the lead singer of Van Halen during these years. Question number 9 now. Original lead singer of Black Sabbath is Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne, that's right, Ozzy Osbourne. That was his original lead singer band. And number 10, what is the hidden word from this round? Well, it would be crescendo. Crescendo. C-R-E-S-C-E-N-D-O was the hidden word for number 10. Now that we've got that done, let's see if I can bring up... Whoop, it is going to show it. Guys, check this out. You ready? Scoreboard is that. There we go. So as you can see, we've got It's Too Whiskey currently in first place. Then we've got Dance Dance Revolution, Goop, and I Matey as well down there. So a little bit of a slow start with scoring, but that was a tricky round. So good stuff. And if anyone joins later on, their team will be added and we can update that as well. But job well done in the meantime, guys. And that's how we can see the scoreboard. Just like that. How cool is that? See? New feature. I'm learning stuff. Making the streams better for you guys out there. And for me, because it's more fun for me. And hopefully means that you guys are enjoying it a bit more as well. Alrighty, so let's get into round 2 now, guys. Round 2 is going to be a multiple choice round. And turn the background music down again. Apologies if that starts off a little bit high. I am aware of it and I'm getting onto that. But hopefully that's all good now, and it's not freaking y'all out, which is great. So yeah, it'll be a multiple choice. It's going to be the first song, what decade was it released? So their first song, what decade was it released? Alright, so I'm going to give you the song name, or no, the artist name. Sorry, artist name, and then I'll give you the decades. It'll be 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s. And you have to tell me which of those decades this song was released. Now before I'm going to go over to the trivia page, click on new round, so that way you guys can get a new game sheet up there. So that is awesome. So let's get into it. Game on now. That is now begun, which is great. Good stuff. Alright, so let's get into it now. Question number 1 for round 2 is this. R.E.M. What decade did they release their first song? Was it the 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s? R.E.M. What decade did they release their first song? Band R.E.M. Losing My Religion. You know, that guy, those guys. The guy that looks like me, the bald head, the shaved head. Although his was like full scalp shaved. Mine's just really short shaved. I have done the scalp shape before for cosplay. If anyone is familiar with One Punch Man and Saitama, I full on razor shaved my head. It was like skin, it felt like leather. For the cosplay, it was awesome. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, REM, their first song was released in what decade? 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s? Question number 2, Lynyrd Skynyrd. Lynyrd Skynyrd. Was their first song released in the 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s? Now again, the multiple choice all stay the same. Nice and easy. You just have to choose A, B, C, or D. They don't move around, they don't switch up. You just have to tell me which one it is. Lynyrd Skynyrd, question number 2. Their first song was released in what decade? That's what we're doing with question number 2 here. Round 2, question number 2. Ah, you know what? The coffee and the peanut butter whiskey is actually awesome. It is really good. The ratio, I mean, I only freepoured it, but the ratio is like bang on, really good. Why am I having a coffee so late? Why not? I trained earlier, I did this, I'm excited, and I'm going to do some PS4 after this. I'll probably actually stream. You know what? I might just actually stream some Genshin Impact, because I haven't streamed some PS4 in a while, so if you guys are interested after this, I'll be doing some PS4 game streams. You can chat away to me. Number 3, Guns N' Roses. Yeah, Guns N' Roses, rockin'. Come on. 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s. See, I just feel like I'm more free now because I've got this setup. My hands are free, I don't have to move around as much and grab things and look around and check things. Everything's all in the one place. So I'm free, I'm sitting the whole time, just chill. Got my pillow behind me here. Super comfy. Enjoying life, guys. That's how life's meant to be lived. Enjoyed. So Guns N' Roses, 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s. Question number 4, Jay-Z. I'm moving into rap now. Getting away from the rock genre, moving into rap. When did Jay-Z first release his song? What decade? 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s? Trying to appeal to a little bit of a different genre of audience or people here, unless you're into everything, in which case, awesome for you. 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Which one for question number 4? And remember, the beautiful thing of this, even if you don't know the answer, have a guess. It is very easy to guess. You have a 1 in 4 chance, 25% chance of guessing it. Question number 5, Tupac Shakur. When did he release his first song? Considered one of the greatest rappers of all time, when did he release his first track? 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s? 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s. I remember in primary school, 2 of my best friends were huge Tupac fans. And when he was killed, they were absolutely gutted. Absolutely gutted. They were just like, they absolutely loved his music. I think they introduced me to Tupac. So there you go. Speaking of like, well, this is an artist, so to speak, as opposed to a song. But speaking of artists, this reminds me of my friends back in primary school because they introduced me to him. I didn't know anything about Tupac until my friends introduced me to him. Although, mind you, guys in primary school listening to Tupac may have been a little bit early, but, you know, we won't go into that now, and it's too late. Been there, done that. Question 6, Madonna, when she was her solo, when she was doing solo work. That's right, if you didn't know, Madonna started out in a few bands before she went into performing solo. So Madonna actually started out in a few bands, but this particular question, I'm talking about when she started her solo. When was her first solo song released? What decade? 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s? But yeah, I learned that. Looking this up, I thought, Madonna's a good artist to include. And then when I was looking up this track stuff, I was like, whoa, she was in some bands before she became solo. I never knew that. I've just known her as her. So, rad source. I learned something new. And now you guys did, because I shared that information with you. Number 7, Franz Ferdinand. Franz Ferdinand. That's right, a little bit more recent-ish, maybe? 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Which one of these is the correct answer for their first song? For their decade release? First song in what decade? 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s? A, B, C, or D? Remember, when you're entering your answers online in the trivia.com/trivs homepage, you can, for this round, you can either just put the letter correspondence, so A, B, C, or D. You can still just put the answer if you want to type it, because they're not very long. Or you can do both. Totally up to you. As long as I know which one you're selecting, that is a-okay. So I know when I'm marking it, which answer you have actually selected. Question number 8, the Eagles. The Eagles. Way back when. Are we? Is it way back when? I don't know. 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s? Tricky one. It's funny, when I say more recent or when I say way back, it's literally, that narrows it down for you to two of them. Pretty much. So if I say recent, it could be 90s or 2000s. If I say way back, 70s or 80s. So that's kind of my way of giving you guys 3 hints. Again, feeling generous tonight. Feeling good. Dancing to nothing. Because I can't actually hear the background music. Because I've muted it. Well, not muted it on my end, but just so it doesn't output on my end. Because you end up getting feedback. But during the break, because my mic is muted, I have the break music on. So that's why you might see me bopping, moving around a little bit. That's my break time as well. Kind of. Even though I'm still marking answers. Niles Barkley. Niles Barkley. 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s? A, B, C, or D? 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s? Which one do you think it is? Niles Barkley. Sounds like Charles Barkley. I wonder if that's what inspired their name. If they're Charles Barkley fans, the basketballer. He used to play for the Phoenix Suns. Pretty sure he retired a while back. And was maybe a commentator or something like that. He was back in the days of like Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, Scottie Pippen. I know 3 of those guys have retired. But, I don't know. I don't think Scottie Pippen's still playing. Maybe he is. I don't know. I don't remember how old he was. And number 10, Nickelback. 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s? For the last answer of round 2. Feel free to enter it into your answer correspondence. Remember, if it is your first time using the Tribs at Home website, nice and easy to use. As soon as you do the next question, you can actually scroll down and jump back and forth between answers that you have submitted and edit them or change them. Or if you skipped something and want to come back to it, you can do that as well. So you pretty much got a text box on screen, and then you can actually go down, and there'll be others like jump to, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you can go back and edit answers or do it that way. Nice and simple, pretty straightforward. And I'll add a new feature on that site under the options section now, which is going to make the confidence round much easier to mark. Because I used to have to enter them manually, but I think now there's an option where, for a particular round, I can just put it on, have it next to the corresponding answers that you all submit, and then just say how much is worth. So for example, for your rank answers, which you will get to in the confidence round, I can make it correspond to your rank number, nice and easy. So that'll be exciting. Anyway guys, that is the end of round 2. Question repeats coming right up, and then once again, break time. So, get excited if you need the question repeats, these are for you. If you don't, you just get a longer break, which is super cool. So enjoy your break, and we'll be back with the answers to round 2 very soon. Alrighty guys, look at that, scores marked. We are good to go into the round 2's answers. Job well done to those getting those answers in, and we also have a new team that joined us during that round, so we will see them when I pop up the scoreboard after we've gone through the answers here. So welcome, new team. Question number 1 was this: REM, their first song was released in what decade? That would be B, in the 80s. It was the 80s that they released their first song, in the 80s. So there you go. Number 2, Lynyrd Skynyrd. When did they release their first song? That was in the 70s. A would be the 70s for Lynyrd Skynyrd. Question number 3, Guns N' Roses. That was also a B, in the 80s. Released their first song. Their first song was in the 80s for Guns N' Roses. Jay-Z, question number 4. When did he release his first track? That was in the 90s. So C, the 90s for question number 4 there. Number 5, Tupac Shakur, released also in the 90s. C, for the 90s there, for Tupac, for question number 5. Number 6 was Madonna in her solo phase. She had her first track released in the 80s. B, the 80s. Somebody put 70s, which wasn't too bad, and then somebody put 2000s. Guys, I mean, yeah, Madonna looks amazing for her age, but come on, 2000s Madonna? No way! No way! She's a classic, man. And she's aged well, like a fine wine, that Madonna lady. Good on ya. Good on you. Number 7, Franz Ferdinand. Franz Ferdinand was indeed a D, 2000s first song release. D, first song release was in the 2000s. Question number 8, the Eagles. The Eagles, a great band. I heard of them on a radio station called Gold 104. Back home in Australia, which is 60s, 70s, and 80s. And the Eagles are smack bang in the middle of that. They are the 70s. Had to 7 in. Oh no, you just had to log in to a new account as you got kicked out. Oh no. So, what, as in for Trivia Right, or you mean Twitch? What did you get kicked out of, Rock Ultra? Do I need to update your answer submissions over on Trivia Right? Oh, okay. Alright, so that's fine. I will add your score over. I see that you've done that. So there you go. That is actually a great example there by Rock Ultra, what has happened to him, unfortunately. But because he's a veteran of this Triv stream, he knows exactly what he needs to do, and he's done exactly that. The way it works, guys, if you do unfortunately get logged out or kicked out of the TriviaRight.com page, where we're logged in, all you need to do is just log back in. So you go straight back to the link over here, TriviaRight.com/TrivsAtHome. When you go to enter your team name, just put like a 2 or a 1 or a number of some sort next to your same team name. And then when I go through the marking, I will see that there are 2 corresponding team names that are the same, but one's got a 2 or another number next to it, and I'll know that you've been logged out for some reason. Maybe the tab closed, maybe the net cut out for a moment, or whatever reason it is, and then I can adjust the scores and put them onto your new team submission. Alright, and then I'll remove the old one, so then that way you're updated. So don't stress if it does happen. I can change and edit the scores accordingly if it does, just like what happened to Rock Ultra. Now, actually, because I haven't done it yet, because I'm going through the answers, when we cut to the scores, you'll see 2 team names that are very identical because they're Rock Ultra's submissions, but I haven't edited them yet because I'm doing the answers currently, so I haven't had a chance to. But there you go. All good, mate. Thank you for the alert and letting me know. Logged out again. Every time you refresh, you probably shouldn't need to refresh, I don't think. I thought it does it automatically, but that's really bizarre. I hope that doesn't keep happening to you, good sir. But again, if it does, at least you know what to do, and I'll just keep changing and adding your scores to your newest team that you've put in there. So the Eagles was A, the 70s, question number 8 there. Number 9, Gnarls Barkley. Gnarls Barkley is a D, 2000s. D, 2000s for the first song in what decade? And number 10, Nickelback is the 90s. I remember listening to them during my school years. Mainly my high school years, I believe. I think they were late 90s from memory. But yeah, Nickelback, the 90s for that. So there you go. Those were the answers to round 2. Now, if I actually cut across to the scoreboard page, which, yeah, you'll see it in there. Alright, so let's have a look. You'll see that... Oh... Music, chill out, Mr. Music Man. We don't need you playing so loud. Sorry about that. I didn't realise that the music screen, because I think last time I came over it wasn't playing that loud. So yeah, there's the score. As you can see, like I said, obviously when Do Whiskey had been kicked out, he logged in with the same name, put a 2 next to it, so I know that I'll take this score, put it onto his newer team, which I think is the third one now, maybe, if I scroll down or refresh the page. Let's have a look if I refresh. If it adds his third one. Oh, another one for the Rock Ultras there. So there you go, you can see it there. Oh, how can I fit everyone's score in there? Let's see. There we go. So we got Group, 2 Whiskeys in there 3 times, but don't worry, I'll edit that and put it just onto his third team name because I know it's him. I'll remove those by the time we go through the next answers, so no stress. But there we go. That's the scoreboard, guys. We did have a new team in there. Friday Funsies, welcome. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming in from round 2. Welcome and good to see you guys here. Got a couple of points for that round, so job well done. But yeah, and good job to the rest of the teams that are playing so far. Nicely done there. Alright, so now that that's done, we can jump on over to round 3. Round 3, ladies and gents. So I'm going to go over to that Trivia at admin page, click on a new round. That's right. Click on new round, nice and easy. So Rock Ultra, hopefully that's just your third team there, so I don't have to add different scores. I'm going to put it on that third one. And then, actually I can do it right now. I can get rid of your 2 accidental team names that you were logged out of, which is totally fine. And now we're back to normal. Bang on. Alright, game on, ladies and gents. As they say in, I don't know, game shows of some sort. Now, this is the picture round. Picture round. So, picture round, what happens here is that what I've done is we've got TV show openings. So, you think of your, classic TV shows, some of them have got amazing opening songs. You may like them, maybe you've bought the album, or you've downloaded it, or streamed it, or whatever. You know the song, and you know it from a TV show. Well, this was a little bit trickier, it's because it's the albums that are pictured. So, I have included a little bit of text to maybe say the artist name, or the title of the song, or the title of the album, to help you guys out a little bit. I had to remove pretty much on some of the images because it would be like theme from, and it would just have the show's name right there, which was spoiler right there. Can't have that for the quiz, that's just silly. So some of those had to be edited and removed. But yeah, hopefully you guys do alright with this round based on the albums. I thought it'd be a little bit tricky, a little bit different. TV show openings. I will try and include a sound round again. We did do that once and it went quite well. And now that I've got this new theme and style up with the trivia stuff, now that this will be, I'll get used to this. I'll get into, obviously, putting some sound rounds back into the trivia, which are always fun. But in the meantime, I think we've clicked on game on. I believe I have. Yes, great, fantastic. I'll go over to my little timer, my stopwatch to keep track so I don't go over or talk too much. Question number one is the Rembrandts. And if you can see on there, it's titled, I'll Be There For You. Question number 1. That little black square in the middle was actually the TV show. That's why it's now a black square in the middle. And even the text below, it said theme from. I had to blur out that as well, because again, would have been a spoiler, the obvious answer. But hopefully by me just reading the actual album title and the song, you guys actually guessed this one. It's quite a popular one. I'm starting off with a popular one, an easy one, a fun one. One that you will know even if you probably haven't even seen the show. Dead set. I haven't binged this show. I've just randomly watched it over the years. And I enjoyed, just random episodes and stuff. I thought it was pretty good. But I've never actually gone through and binged it. And by saying binging, it's a hint to let you know there's quite a few seasons of it. Question number 2. Jesse Frederick. Jesse Frederick is the artist here. The album. A little bit tricky in regards to what the possible answer could be. Now again, TV show. It's a sitcom. I believe a sitcom. It's about a family in a house. And pretty much that's the best hints I can give you for now. Alright? So I will try and give some hints for these if they're a little bit tricky otherwise. But Jesse Frederick did the opening for this song. It's about a family in a house. family in a house. That's my hint for you for question number 2. Hope you enjoyed my hints tonight or today. Question number 3 now. What do we got? What have we got? Oh, we've got DJ Jazzy Jeff on his album Home Base. There's someone else in that photo with DJ Jazzy Jeff. And if you know who that person is, you could probably guess the show this is from. Also based on the style of fashion that they've got. But yeah, so DJ Jazzy Jeff. The album Home Base, they had the opening song featuring the person in the picture with him. For what television show? Question number 3. There you go, starting off with some fun ones. These were fun trying to, like, 1, find the albums that weren't just purely spoilers, and 2, then editing the ones that I could edit and, you know, make them relevant for the actual trivia. Question number 4. A Beautiful Mind. A Beautiful Mind from RJD2. Beautiful Mind from RJD2. It's a 2-word titled song. Sorry, not song, show. So I can't say any more than that. 2 words in its title. I actually never caught this. I'd heard of it, but I've never actually seen an episode of it. So I can't even give you another hint without actually, like, spelling it out or something. Because I literally have never watched it. I just know of it. But RJD2, A Beautiful Mind. It's 2 words in the TV show title. Question number 4. Number 5. Tossed salad and scrambled eggs. Now this one I edited and took the title out of under the city landscape that it was there. It was a big fat title there. And also in the actual there where it says tossed salad and scrambled eggs and other something favourites. Now this show here I was a big fan of back in high school. It's quite witty. And I remember a friend of mine had cable television and they were doing a pretty much weekend of all the episodes of it, so I committed to doing that. Because, you know, back in high school, you don't have responsibilities or anything to do. I think I was in high school, maybe just out of high school. Maybe I was in uni. No, maybe I was in uni. No, maybe I was in uni. Yeah, it must have been uni. Because I was still at home in high school. Clown. Why would I have been, like, at my friend's house the whole weekend? Or maybe I was. No, I don't think I was. I think it was high school. No, just out of high school. I don't know. Whatever it was, I was at a friend's house, and I binged it at his house. And it was on for, like, hours in the day. Although maybe it was only the weekend. Maybe I could have just been staying the night there. Maybe it was high school. I don't know. I don't know. Either way, I watched it. It was good. It was fun. Question number 6. Bare Naked Ladies. Hits from yesterday and the day before. The Bare Naked Ladies have a song of a popular television series. What is that television series? TV show opening. Bare Naked Ladies, hits from yesterday and the day before. It's on that album. There's videos of them performing it live on, like, talk shows and stuff. Because it was quite popular. That's the hint I can give you. If you're familiar with that band at all. Maybe you are, I don't know. This one here, maybe a little easier. Maybe. It's from Mike Post. He did the theme from, I again removed that title, but there's a person on that album cover that could help give that answer away, if you can see who that person is. Very iconic person there. Maybe even the car as well, I'm not sure, I can't remember. I didn't watch this show at all, but I know of it, obviously. Mainly because of the person in the middle. Mike Post, I believe, is the guy in the white shorts. Yeah, question number 7, Mike Post. Album cover for this TV show opening. What's the TV show? Question number 8 now. There we go. Where everybody knows your name. Is the hint for this one. Maybe another easy one. Classic characters from the actual show on the album cover because I couldn't find the actual album cover without it. I just took the title away and maybe this is an easy one for you. Question number 8. CPU usage is quite low for this. This is good. Sitting around the 21, 22%, 23% mark, which is not bad. Sometimes, usually gets up to 30% previous streams, so this is good that it's low. It's consistent, it's been good. Maybe this setup is actually better. Amazing! Number 9 now. We used to be friends. The Dandy Warhols have a song on an album from a TV show. It's from We Used to Be Friends. It's the TV show opening for a particular show. First word. There's a duo band named after them. And the second word is one of the planets in the solar system. So, there you go. There you go, I guess that's how I can give hints. I could have used that for the other one. So, 2 words. First word, there's a duo band, or duo group. So 2 people, from the first word. And the second one is one of the planets in the solar system. There you go, giving out hints. Just giving them all out. Happy to give them away. Having fun. And number 10, a number here, woke up this morning. Well, didn't we all? Yes, otherwise we wouldn't be here right now, right? We'd be sleeping. Woke up this morning, some Alabama 3. Now, look at the layout of this album. Look at the theming. Look at the dress that they're wearing. The clothing, the style. Think of what show this could go with based on that kind of setup. Now this show... Now you know what? I'm not going to give a hint for this one. I've given a few hints already. I'm not going to give a hint for this one. I'm going to give it another hint. I gave a hint saying look at the clothes style, the setup, the scene, like the genre. The album cover or that picture there matches it. I can't give you any more without giving it away. And that is round 3, the picture round, ladies and gents. So, question repeats coming right up once again. And then we'll go into the break screen and we'll come back from that with the answers to round 3 before going into our final round for today's trivia music theme. We'll be right back. Alright, ladies and gents, round 3 has been marked, so let's go through the answers to those now. And then we can do a cut over to the scoreboard as well, and you can all see how you are doing over there, which is great. Job well done. Ooh, wait a minute. I just saw that Group also got logged out of that round. Is that correct? Group. Did you get logged out of that previous round for some reason, or for the trivia page, and you had to re-log back in? Or is there a second team posing as you? I just need to confirm that so I can add your points over for that particular round. Let me know, team group. I'll go through the answers in the meantime, and then I can go over and edit those points if need be. But yeah, team group, let me know in the comments if you did unfortunately get logged out. Just confirm that is you. You did? Okay, so I can add that over from your previous score, which is easy to do. Perfect, and then I can get rid of that one. And it will reload. Alright, perfect. Fantastic. Job well done. Thank you for that update. Alright, question number 1 was this. The answers. Rembrandt's I'll Be There For You is Friends. I'll be there for you. When the rain starts to fall, I'll be there for you. You know that song. Everybody knows it even if you don't watch the show. Rembrandt's Friends is the show. Number 1, Jesse Frederick. I'll give you the hint of this one saying it's a show about a family inside a house. And those who guessed is correct. Yes, Rock Ultra. I will do a PS4 stream after this. I'm going to do Genshin Impact. I'm going to stream that finally. So I have a few domains and stuff and event quests I need to complete. So I'm going to set up the PlayStation camera and stream it. So yes, I will be doing a PS4 stream after this. Question number 2, this is Full House. Full House. So well done on my hints. You actually got it correct. A job well done. Number 3, DJ Jazzy Jeff. The guy next to him is Will Smith or the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So the Fresh Prince for number 3. Number 4, RJD2, A Beautiful Mind. This was for the show Mad Men. Mad Men. So I don't think if anyone's familiar with the show Mad Men. I knew it was a popular show. I didn't watch it myself, but Mad Men. Number 4. Number 5, Tossed Salads and Scrambled Eggs is Frasier. Frasier is the show we're looking for number 5. Number 6, Bare Naked Ladies, hits from yesterday and the day before. Somebody put the Golden Girls. Now, I laughed because I didn't know if you were saying because it's titled The Bare Naked Ladies and the Golden Girls are all very older women, so I laughed because I thought that's amusing and hilarious. Or if the actual show itself and you were just having a laugh and saying that the show that actually is like the Golden Girls, because it's The Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory with Sheldon Cooper and all the rest of that. So you calling them the Golden Girls, I also laughed at that. So I laughed for 2 reasons with that. There we go. Okay, so you confirmed it was the Bare Naked Golden Girls option. That is awesome. Fantastic. Thank you, Malcolm, for that confirmation. There you go, guys. Awesome work. Awesome work. That is what we do here. We make each other laugh. Job well done. Job well done there. But no, it was the Big Bang Theory, actually. So you were close. You were close. Number 7, Mike Post. Well, that's with Magnum P.I. Magnum P.I. With, is it Tom Selleck in the middle there? That's the guy's name. Pretty much famous for that role for Magnum P.I. So that was the obvious answer for that one. Number 8, this one as well, was for where everybody knows your name, is Cheers, the TV show Cheers. That's literally pretty much a shot from the bar and the set as well, and from probably sometime an episode in the actual show itself. Number 9, the Danny Warhols, We Used to Be Friends. The hint I gave was a duo of 2 people and then a planet. I meant as in like the duo was the Veronicas and the planet was Mars. Veronica Mars for number 9. And number 10, Alabama 3, woke up this morning. These guys here look a little bit like gangsters. They look like kind of like shady characters, maybe mob, mafia, gangster type, because it's from The Sopranos. The Sopranos for number 10 there. So there we go. Those Now we have round 4, without me being muted. Whoops. Was my sound off for the... Was my sound off for the whole scoreboard thing? It was for the scoreboard as well, wasn't it? That spacebar cut over. So I had it off for the scoreboard, didn't I? Even the scoreboard there. Did I? I'm going to go over and check. Oh, well, it's on now. But yeah, the scoreboard there, we have the 5 teams going on at the moment. So there we are as we have it. 13 for Goop. Third time Lucky Rock Ultras on 7. I'm 80 on 6. Dance Dance Revolution 5. Friday Funsies on 4. Those are the 5 teams playing on the Trivia Wrap page at the moment. Now, if I bring it back, I still have my sound. Okay, that's great. So, guys, apologies about that. It's always for round 4. It's always when we go to round 4, isn't it? I don't know why that is, because I've clicked on other things prior to that, and it shouldn't cut over. There's something that I'm slipping up on. I'll figure that out. I will figure you out. I tell you, I will figure you out. But in the meantime, round 4, guys. A new round of trivia. It is the confidence round. It is 10 random questions. And you may be wondering, for those who are new, how does this work? Well, I have a little bit of an explanation for you before we go into it. Look at that, a little detailed explanation. You're going to rank your answers from numbers 10 to 1. 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. And the points for this round are given based on your rank numbers for each answer. So, for example, if for whatever you put for answer number 4, if you put a 10, because you are super confident that that is the correct answer, and you do get it correct, you get 10 points just for that question alone. Yeah! Go me, or go you, because you're the one that got it, or go your team, or whoever was the reason that you got those 10 points. Amazingness, so go you. You get 10 points just for that. However, you can only use each rank number once, so once you've used your 10, the next highest confident number you can use is a 9, then an 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way down to 1. The reason why we do this is, 1, it's a little bit of fun, so you can, like, throw out some sacrificial numbers on answers you aren't sure about. And 2, to throw out big numbers on the answers that you are sure about. And it's kind of interesting because everyone's knowledge and what they do know, what they've learnt, is so different. And if you're with a team or playing solo, whatever, depending on where you're from, you know different things. So this can cater to you, or maybe it will, maybe it won't. It's a little bit tricky. So it's kind of cool to have it this way because everyone's confidence level is going to be different on where they put their rank numbers, and that's why we've come up with this round. You can earn a possible 55 points just in this round alone. 55 points. No one has ever done a perfect game for the entirety of my trivia yet. I think we've been 2 points short from a perfect game. I think they've got maybe 55. I don't even know if it was they got the all for this round or they missed a round previously. But we still have yet to have a perfect game. So that's kind of cool. I've been doing this since March, April. Still no perfect game, which is awesome. I mean, I'm waiting for the day someone gets a perfect game, but no one has got it just yet. There have been very close calls though. Some Disney fanatics when we had the Disney rounds. They were up there. It was crazy how close it was. But yes, so again, no one's in the comments, guys. We're going to get right on into it. Questions number 1 through 10 up for grabs. It's very exciting. I want to bring my timer up on the screen now, so that way I can keep track. I'm going to go over to the Trivia Wrap page. Click on New Round. Yeah, click on New Round. And click on Game On, which means your devices for your Trivia Wrap screen have taken you over to the answer submission section. So, let's get into it. Question number 1. Which member of an acting family dated Taylor Swift and is rumoured to be the ex in her song We Are Never Getting Back Together? Question number 1. Which member of an acting family dated Taylor Swift and is rumoured to be the ex in her song We Are Never Getting Back Together? We're never, ever, ever getting back together. We are never, ever, ever getting back together. You know, that song? That one. Obviously her voice is a little bit different to mine. It's a tad different. But that's the song. Question number 2. Which singer began her rise to superstardom? Actually as a dancer on a sketch comedy television program. Which singer began her rise to superstardom actually as a dancer on a sketch comedy television program? Karen Graham, welcome! Hello! Another previous member. How do you like the new setup? That's okay, you can totally play along silently, or you can jump on over to the Trivia Wrap page. You know this is confidence round, big points up for grabs, so you could totally still take it. So just jump on in, Trivia Rat page. You know where it is, triviarat.com/trivsathome. You know the deal, you've done this before. But yeah, how do you like the new setup? We got my little face down here. We got the chat window up there so everyone can see who's engaging with who and who's commenting about what. Then we've got all the little information on that side. That side. I'm really confused with the way I'm looking at pointing. We got the tips jar, the no answer in the comments part, the Trivs at Home logo, and the questions and everything up there on diagonal. I've got even scrollies. Look at the scrollies. Karen. Hello, and it looks good. I'm glad. Good to see you, Karen. How you doing? How's things? No need to apologise for being late. I appreciate you being here. Just getting amongst it, having a bit of fun playing along. Hope you're doing well. Question number 3. Which rock band made a brief yet memorable appearance in the Simpsons movie in 2007? Gotta give the newbies a chance, you say. Look at that. Some friendly trash talking from Karen Graham. I think it's almost all regulars actually tonight, Karen, so you may not have to give them a chance. It has been a little bit tricky tonight, though. Yeah, but your version sounds much better than the Taylor Swift one, I'm guessing. That song's going to be stuck in my head all day now. Still got to try and get to sleep yet. Now I have to sing that in my head. I'm sorry, Rock Ultra. I will... Maybe there'll be a song that triggers me to sing it in the next few questions that will replace that. So, I don't know. But yeah, apologies for putting that song in your head. I guess after my stream, you have to, I don't know, listen to something that's gonna put another song in your head instead. Otherwise, you're never, ever, ever gonna get that song out of your head. Yeah, right? See, I just put it back in your head again, because that tune is annoyingly memorable. But yes, which rock band made a brief yet memorable appearance in the Simpsons movie in 2007? Number 4. How many keys are on most baby grand pianos? I will give within 3 keys either way. Within 3 either way. So if you say 85, I will give up to 88 or 82 for full points for this question. How many keys are on most baby grand pianos? Question number 4. Final confidence round. And Karen, actually I can show you a new feature, because you weren't here before when I showed it. See how it's got the no answers in the comments part? If someone actually does that, I can do this. And I can say that's a big no-no. No answers in the comments. And then that also semi-blocks some of it. And I can also remove it afterwards. So that's kind of fun. But there you go. I thought I'd throw that in there for a bit of fun. Or if I get random people trying to like post a whole bunch of stuff in the stream, I can block some of their comments until I remove them. But that's fun. Number 5. Which music superstar was offered a professional ice hockey contract back in 2012? Which music superstar was offered a professional ice hockey contract back in 2012? Question number 5 here. Number 5. Halfway through confidence round. Remember, you don't have to use all your rank points yet. Save them to the end. In case there's a question towards the end that you're super confident in. And you want to throw the big points there. Ebony and Ivory. Love it. You'd wear out my answers. Yes. Well, no, if they're joke answers are okay. No serious answers in the comments. Joke answers are totally fine. I appreciate joke answers and I welcome joke answers. And we've given joke answers bonus points if other people have appreciated the joke answers. So again, we can do that in the comments. Joke answers are okay, but no actual comments that are the answers. No spoilers. Joke answers are fun. Welcome to the 4 that have joined us on Twitch tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it so far. Agreed. Oh yes, hello Twitchers. Good to see you all. For those who are lurking and watching, it's a pleasure to have you guys here. Thanks for tuning in. This is trivia we're doing here. It's free trivia. It's a bit of fun. Dan Olsen was the singing ice hockey player of Osaka. Now see, I'd only get that, Karen, because I'm the only one who knows who you mean by that. But again, that is a joke answer, and I appreciate that. Because I make it a reference to a friend that we know. And it's okay. No actual answers in the comments. Joke answers are okay. Number 6. Which pop musician was deported from Japan in the 1980s for possession of marijuana? Which pop musician was deported from Japan in the 1980s for possession of marijuana? Yes, thanks to those who are watching on all the different platforms, wherever you are, on Twitch, on Facebook, on Twitter. It's good to have you all here. I am the People's Dwarf. I do trivia. I was supposed to say Twitch streams, but that's also true. Trivia streams, Fridays and Saturdays. They're always different themes. They're always a bit of fun. It's a new setup and layout, so welcome. You get to check it out for the first time, just like the rest of my regulars here, which is super cool. It's a pleasure to have you guys all here. Thanks for being here, checking it out and watching. I'm almost at affiliate status too, so I've just got to bump up that average viewership. And I think my average stream days for the month, I've got to bump up as well. Which is easy. It's just because I was away for that gig I did, and then I only did streams once a week instead of 2, so they bumped down a little bit. All of Kaigs were deported? Wait, really? I don't think that's a joke answer or not, Karen Graham. I know a lot of people in Kaigs. What do you mean deported? Deported where? Why were they deported? Question number 7. Justin Timberlake was the former lead singer of which famous boy band? Is that because of the theme park? Was it shut down? Is that what you mean by they were deported? Or are you talking like a joke answer for something? Justin Timberlake was the former lead singer of which famous boy band? Question number 7 here. Number 7. Question number 7. Almost at the end of the confidence round, guys. JT, Justin Timberlake. I saw him in concert. Now, guys, for smoking... for smoking. Oh, you're talking about the 1980s marijuana thing. Yes. Now I get you. Now I get you, Karen. Now I get you. Oh, that was actually Spice, which is kind of like a liquid version of marijuana, but we won't go into that. But yes, some people were doing something and they ended up getting kicked out of the country because it was bad during my time over in Japan one year. We won't say who or why. And yeah, it was question 6, because question 7 is all about JT. But yes, JT, terrible singers they were indeed, hence why JT is the only one that's gone on and become like amazingly famous. Now, as I was about to say before I move to the next question, JT, Justin Timberlake, I went to one of his concerts in his prime, around the time of the release of his, like, Summer Love album and stuff, where he was just absolutely dominating. Now, at this concert, I swear, on my life, I have never been to a place where the ratio for women to men was so high for women compared to men. Like, I do not lie to you, it felt like it was 10 women to 1 male. 10 women to 1 male at his concert, and they were all like, it was like every single, I don't know, what you would deem model, like, typed females at this concert. It was insane, the ratio of women and also model type women in that sense of what you perceive as a model, like, at this concert. It was, I've never seen anything like it in my entire life. That man absolutely slays it in the world of women. And I don't blame him, because, I mean, he's an absolute legend. Like, he's an absolute ladies' man. But, wow, that concert. Woo! Dang. Just amazing. And, I mean, he's an amazing live performer, too, by the way. Like, full-on amazing live performer. I love it when an actual artist is a great live performer as well. It really upsets me when they're not, because it kind of like ruins like the vibe for you of them and what you think of them. But when they perform live, and they're great, it's awesome. JT does have that. So yeah, amazingness. That was my story about JT. Sorry for the chatting, but you know what? That's what we do. Question number 8. R. Kelly's Unforgettable. I Believe I Can Fly. There you go. Rock Culture. I have a new song. Get that in your head instead. I Believe I Can Fly. Do that one instead. Was originally featured on the soundtrack of which a movie? Oh, Karen Graham says, same as David Cassidy in the 70s. I love that my word filtering works for the chat window for certain words, because Cassidy has the letters A, S, and then another S. But when it's just the single word itself, it's obviously not a nice word that I want in here. But it's hilarious when it's included in someone's name, but then it still blows it out. So that is hilarious. That's why that comment looks like you've got little stars in there. Karen, it's because you have a word that on its own is not very polite for a stream channel. So I've made it so that gets blurred out. But it's hilarious when it's included in an actual name that they still do it. Like the bots or the filtering system can't differentiate between a name and not a name. But yes, R. Kelly's Unforgettable, I Believe I Can Fly was featured on which movie soundtrack? Question number 8. Number 9 now. So this round's gone a little bit longer because I've been chatting a lot, but that's okay. It's the last round. I love chatting. Number 9. Which classic 1980s band are responsible for the hit Sweet Dreams Are Made of This? There you go. Speaking of going to bed, Rock Ultra, you could have this song instead. You know, sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. So you can have that, or you can have I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. One of those songs. It's better than the first one, alright? So I'm trying to make sure you have a better song in your head for when you sleep tonight. You are welcome, my friend. My VIP, my first VIP over on my Twitch channel. That's right, Rock Ultra has been there from the get-go. So for those watching on Twitch, if you want to join Rock Ultra on that VIP status, click on that follow, get amongst it, and continue to support my streams, and I'll get you up there. You guys can join Rock Ultra on the VIP status. Become a legend like him. Number 10, what was Elvis Presley's middle name? What was Elvis Presley's middle name? Elvis something Presley. It wasn't something. Elvis what Presley? For you Elvis fans. Speaking of ladies' men, this guy, I imagine his concerts were full of women as well that were just all over this guy, because he was a lady killer, no doubt, as well. Good old Elvis, he was all over the TV, he was all over music, he was in everything, this guy. I remember my grandparents were big fans. Anytime I was like going to stay at my grandparents' house when I was a kid, anytime an Elvis movie was on, we had to watch it. I was like, I don't care about this. I'm like in primary school. I'm gonna watch cartoons or something, and Elvis Presley. That actually goes quite well together, Karen. That's actually a really good flowing name, Pelvis Presley. Has a nice ring to it. EPP is the initials. I mean, that could work. Maybe that's it. We'll find out when we go through the answers. But for now, question repeats coming right up. Just making sure I wasn't muting myself, hence I paused, had to scroll down and check. Question repeats coming right up, and then we'll go into our final break screen. Also, Karen Graham, the break screen, after the question repeats, the break screen comes back to this. It's just up there that the break screen's up on. I'll be muted, but you can still engage and stuff in the chat, and I can still see what's going on. So if you need anything or want to comment of something, I can still see what's happening while I'm marking. So it is all good. That's also a new feature with this stream. But yes, question repeats coming up. Make sure you get all your rank answers in appropriately. Remember, you'll push your answer, put a space or a dash, and then put your rank number. So I know for your correct answers how many points to give you accordingly. And remember, you can only use each rank number once, alright? We'll be right back. Why, hello there, and welcome back. And yes, Karen Graham. As mentioned, obviously you weren't here earlier, but now for the break screens, when that's up there saying break screen and enjoy your break and stuff, this window pretty much for the most part stays the same. It's just I go on mute just so I can still actually have everything still on the screen in front of me. I can see the chat window all in the one place, everything's still here. You can all see me dance and see what I'm actually doing during the breaks, because why not? I've got nothing to hide. If I get up and leave for something, then I'm gonna leave and use the restroom or get a drink or whatever I need to do. But yes, it's pretty much just here so I can see things. So when there's things mentioned on the chat, I can address it straight away because it's still here and I can see it. And yeah, just so if anyone joins the stream, they see someone here, they can start chatting as opposed to just seeing a blank screen and no one knows what's going on. So it's mainly for the new people that come in, they see that there's someone here and they can start engaging, and then I can address to them, even though I'm technically muted and on break. Or I can quickly unmute myself and welcome them. Whereas previously, if I let the break screen up, I can't see all that because it was all in a separate window. So now with this new layout and setup, much easier to manage. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the questions and answers for the last round. Which member of an acting family dated Taylor Swift and is rumoured to be her ex in the song We Are Never Getting Back Together? That would be Jake Gyllenhaal. Jake Gyllenhaal for question number 1. Question number 2. Which singer began her rise to superstardom actually as a dancer on a sketch comedy television program? That would be J-Lo. Jennifer Lopez. J-Lo was on a Wayans Brothers comedy sketch program, apparently. So yeah, J-Lo was the answer we were looking for here. Number 3, which rock band made a brief yet memorable appearance in the Simpsons movie in 2007? That would be Green Day, having the time of their life being on the Simpsons movie. That would have been great. I would have loved to be involved in The Simpsons. Number 4, how many keys are on most baby grand pianos? That would be 88. Goldie Hawn, was she on The Simpsons as well? How many keys on most baby grand pianos? That's 88 for number 4. Number 5, which music superstar was offered a professional ice hockey contract back in 2012? Well, that would be Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber, and what a shame my brother isn't actually playing today. One of the first streams he's actually not been involved in. Sorry for that mic tap there, just something flew on it, had to get it. Yeah, the first stream he hasn't tuned into, and there's a question about one of his favourite artists, and he missed it. Well, too bad. If you come back and check this out, brother, well, that's your own fault for missing it. Ha ha. Bieber's not going to be in the trivia for months now. Too bad. No comedy dancer on Laughing. Maybe she was a comedy dancer. I don't actually know. Goldie Hawn was a comedy dancer on the show Laughing. Is that what you mean? I didn't know that. That's actually really cool. However, I think the question mentioned... Wait, which question was it? It was a singer. Goldie Hawn is an actor. So, it can't be Goldie Hawn. Goldie Hawn's an actor. It was a singer that started as a dancer, not a singer that then went to an actor. Actor that started as a dancer. It was a singer that started as a dancer. Goldie Hawn, as far as I know, isn't a singer. So, yeah, there's that. But that's alright. So Justin Bieber for number 5. Number 6, which pop musician was deported from Japan in the 1980s for possession of marijuana? That would be Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney was deported from Japan in the 1980s for possession of marijuana. And, well, one of his favourite artists, does he like his ears? You'll have to message him and ask him. I don't know what exactly he likes about Justin Bieber. No, actually, I know it's his music, because when I was living at home, those were pretty much the songs and the music that he would only play. And probably still only plays, even though the songs are about, 15, 20 years old now. That's just a lot of music that he plays is pretty much from Bieber, so, yeah, I don't know why. But yeah, so maybe it is his ears. You can ask him, or I'll ask him next time I speak to him. I'll be like, is it his ears? We have a question for you, brother. Is it his ears? Do you like Justin Bieber's ears? I don't know. Does he have weird ears? I don't remember what his ears look like. To be honest, it's just nothing that concerns me. But yes, number 6 was Paul McCartney. Number 7, Justin Timberlake was former lead singer of which famous boy band? That would be NSYNC. NSYNC for number 7. And really, is Goldie Hawn a singer too? I thought she was just an actor. I have not heard any song from Goldie Hawn, Karen Graham. I'll have to look that up, because I did not know Goldie Hawn was also a singer. But she's mainly known for her acting. Like, she's not known as a singer. She's known as an actor. So, again, it was for J-Lo. But also, cool little fun fact there. Karen Graham providing the fun facts in the chat about Goldie Hawn. Number 8, R. Kelly's Unforgettable I Believe I Can Fly was originally featured on the soundtrack of what movie? That would be Space Jam! You know, remember with Bugs Bunny and all the Warner Brothers, and they had the basketballers playing basketball together, and there's a number 2 coming out, or it has come out. I hope it hasn't come out, because I was really keen to go see it. I'm pretty sure it's still coming out. But yes, Space Jam 2, I believe, is still in the works. But yeah, Space Jam. Space Jam is the movie for number 8. Number 9, which classic 1980s band are responsible for the hit Sweet Dreams Are Made of This? That is the Eurythmics. I was about to say Eurythmetics. I was like, where am I going with this? The Eurythmics. And yes, she sings You Don't Own Me in First Wives Club. And I'm old. No, you're not old. Calm down, Karen. You're fine, mate. Don't stress. But yes, I just didn't know Goldie Hawn was also a singer. That's awesome. Good on her. Classic. She's a multi-talented lady. Good on you, Goldie Hawn. But yes, the Eurythmics for number 9. And number 10, what was Elvis Presley's middle name? His middle name was Aaron. And you were trying... Rock Ultra says, I was trying to say, does your brother like his own ears? Oh. And all that talk about me just saying that he blares his music. Maybe he's deaf now. That would explain a lot of things. Wouldn't it, Mother? If you're watching. Maybe he's deaf. That would explain a lot of things, because he just listens to Justin Bieber all the time. Because Justin Bieber would be breaking them. I imagine so. That is hilarious. I'm definitely going to tell him that part later, for a bit of fun. Stir him up. But that is hilarious. Job well done, Rock Ultra. I appreciate that. But yes, Elvis Presley's middle name is Aaron. His middle name is Aaron. For question number 10. And yes, my bro is a believer. Yes, he is. And yes, well done. She does say yes. I know. That's probably why his ears... Maybe his ears are bleeding. I don't know. Maybe he's just purely deaf. He doesn't know what's going on. You just hear his beat and just, that's it. He thinks it's good. I don't know. Maybe it's vibrations. I don't know. But yes, maybe he does have issues with his ears. But there we go. Aaron was the middle name for Elvis. So, ladies and gents, we can get a drum roll, because I can bring the final scores up on the screen now too. So without me needing to even announce them for you, in case you aren't watching the Trivia Up page, and I know, Karen, you still prefer Elvis. It's still a great answer. If you were on Trivia Up, I would have given you some bonus points for it, but you didn't jump on and log in. So you're just doing it for a bit of fun. Oh, he'll totally like you. He'll know you're joking, Rock Ultra. He knows you're good value, mate. Don't stress. We're all good value, having a bit of fun here with it. So, no need to worry about it. Alright, so, final scores now, ladies and gents. About to come up on the screen. Let me just make sure it's aligned properly, because I've got it shared as a browser window. Got to make sure it appears accordingly on the page. Let's see if it updates. Come on, do it for me. Fantastic, awesome. Alright guys, in 3 and 2 and 1 is this. There we go for the final scores for tonight's trivia. We have Friday Funsies on 6, followed by Third Time Lucky Rock Ultras on 7, Dance Dance Revolution on 17 points. Then we had Team Group on 32 points, who were leading most of today. And in the last round, Matey got some big points that push them up and over into first place. Karen Graham said she got 39 out of 55, which still would have put her only in second place, so she wouldn't have won anyway, but she still would have done quite well. So well done, Karen Graham, with all your joke answers. I'm glad you scored yourself and got 39 out of 55 points. You would have got a second, and Group would have got third. So job well done. Thank you guys so much. That was super awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. And also, guess what? Not done yet. Look, one more last screen before we finish off. I've made a little final screen for us. I come back big on the screen just for all of you. Thank you guys and all of you so much for playing. You've been awesome. I hope you've liked the trivia stream and the new layout that I've used here. And Rock Ultra, yeah, you did drop off a little bit tonight, mate, but it was a little bit of a trickier one. There were a lot of tricky questions, even in the multiple choice. The lead singers specified in the first round were tricky as well, but some of you guys did well, and the last round you got you some big points as well. But all good. Sometimes we have good rounds, sometimes we have trickier rounds. It's always a mix and a bit of fun here. Thanks for coming in, Karen Graham, at the end and having a bit of a laugh with us all. Thank you everyone for tuning in over on whatever platform you were watching from. Feel free to follow, like, and subscribe to all my little links down here below. First up, we have the Twitch channel here, twitch.tv/thepeoplesdwarf. That's twitch.tv/thepeoplesdwarf. That's where I do my trivia streams, as well as some PS4 game streams. So if any of those things interest you, feel free to jump onto that link and click on follow so you can get on board to all the streams that I do. And I'm almost actually at affiliate status. So once I'm there, that'll be able to make my streams even more better and a lot more fun, a little more interactive as well. If you got Twitter, then below that is the Twitter link, which is twitter.com/thepeoplesdwarf. And of course, over on Facebook for my public page, facebook.com/thepeoplesdwarf. Either or all of those. Feel free to follow, like, and subscribe. I appreciate it. You guys have been awesome. Rock Ultra. See you shortly on my PS4 stream. And I will enjoy the rest of my day and weekend. Same to the rest of you. Enjoy your day and the rest of your weekend. I'll be doing a PS4 stream on my Twitch channel if you want to watch that in about 30 minutes or so. And if not, tomorrow I'll be doing the next trivia stream. It's the Shuffle Saturday, so it's a little bit of everything for tomorrow's stream. But in the meantime, guys, thank you so much. Look after yourselves. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourself. Bit of dance music to go out with. And I'll catch yous tomorrow or later for the game stream.